seconds, less than that to go for market open. We'll have the first rates come up on your screens, and we will take it from there. What do we have? I think it should be a little better. Last few days, of course, have been. Actually, even when the start has been good, it's been by close bad. So let's see. This is, we start up and then stay up. About 0.4% higher in the Nifty, 22,200. The Nifty Bank is down about 1%. You got the Midcap index, which is up about 0.25%. The Nifty Bank is up. I mean, I don't know why it's blinking between being down 0.5% and up 0.5%. It's firmly up about 1/3%. And you got more up than down. That's the Nifty heat map coming into view as well. So you got 35 odd stocks, 34 odd stocks which are higher, the rest which are lower, at least the word go. So 22,200 plus is back on the screen, at least for now. 1,042 stocks are opening higher and about 760 stocks are opening lower. But very, this is the first minute we are talking about, and things will change as we move forward. But let's look at stocks. Sorry.
Hopefully they change for the better, Prashant, because otherwise this is a very, very muted start given the extent of the sell-off. Nifty up just about 0.5%. The mid-cap index is absolutely flat, and the bank Nifty is up just about 0.25%. So right now this recovery in India is actually, slightly behind some of the other Asian screens as well. Anyway, let's talk about stocks. Ultratech Cement in pole position, recovery coming through over there, 3.5% higher. M&M on those absolutely phenomenal sales numbers, both on the passenger vehicle side, SUVs and farm equipment, 3.5% up on Mahindra & Mahindra. Aisha's sales very well received by the markets, about 2.5% higher over there. Then what do we have? We've got some buying on IT names like Infosys and Wipro, L&T, ICICI Bank, Bharti Airtel. These are some of the large cap heavyweights which are adding to the tally on the upside. Remember, there's very good Chinese manufacturing PMI data that's come out this morning. It's helping the likes of JSW Steel. So I don't know if it's spreading to the entire metals pack. Tata Steel is also tracking some gains for what it's worth right now. Hindalco is also higher. So metals not doing too bad either. The downside of the screen includes names like Indices Bank, down about 2%. Coal India is a little weak as well. And there's NTPC and ONGC, which is down. The biggest drag on the Nifty right now is Reliance. Reliance is sulking down about 0.25%, at least for the time being. So that's how it is. Stabilizing, 100-point gain. The mid-cap at the index level, Nigel, is a little quiet.
Well, that's right. Post the clarification that's coming from Ultratech, these cables and wires players, they're heaving a sigh of relief. So I think Polycab was up. You have KEI as well, that was higher. And Havells as well. I think the first take of all these names was in the green. So some green on these stocks, though, they're just up close to around 1% or thereabouts. Volumes have been falling, which is not good news for BSE. So after the fall that we saw last week, it's down another 2.5% in today's trading session. We're talking about, February being a very, very hot month, and things are only going to get hotter from here on. Voltas, that's up 2.5%. It's seen a sharp correction from the recent peak, but that stock is fighting back in today's trading session. From the broader markets, a couple of stocks, though, that are catching your eye. Welspun Corp, that's a big move is what we're seeing. The stock is up close to around 5%. So big up move is what we're seeing. Remember, these are some of the stocks that pulled back last week. But now, in fact, on very high volumes, I'm not sure whether there's any news flow, but that one as well is up close to around 5%. The other one is Credit Access. It was all over the place last week. I recall it surged more than 10% in a single trading session. On Friday, it went home with a cut of close to around 5% thereabouts. It ended at the low point of the day. So sharp pullback is what we're seeing. Coal India, well, the numbers actually were, for February, were a little bit underwhelming. So that's why that stock is down close to around 1.5%. Remember, it rallied in the last few sessions as well. But Ultratech Cement, as we pointed out earlier today, the street likes what they had to say on the con call. The core focus is going to be cement. This is a one-off diversification where they're looking at a higher wallet share of the customer. So that one is driving home the gains, up close to around 3% after the 8% correction we saw in the last two sessions.
So 120 points higher, 22,250 is where we are now trading at. Just a few other names. So Adani Power is up about 3% this morning, 493 on Adani Power. TVS Motor is up 4%. These are some of the big volume-led gains. Reddington is up about 3%. There is Welspun Corp, which is up 4% this morning. So coming up with volumes. Moil is up 3%. There is Wockhardt Pharma, which starts about 4% higher. I mean, steep fall, 1,600 type of levels, now about 1,200. Narayana Hrudayalaya, not seen too much price damage. That's up about 3.5%. I can go down the list, but volumes are completely disappearing. So they're not picked up, at least, beyond these 5-6 names that I've mentioned so far. And we've got IGIL. We have the company, the management joining us in a bit. So that's, I think, the diamond certification company. And that's the largest volume-led loser on the NSE. It's down 10% and has got twice the amount of volume than as compared to the second largest volume-led cut. And the number 2 volume-led cut is Policy Bazaar, which is down 3% this morning. There is Patanjali, which is down 2.5%. Kim's is down 8.5%. That is at about 477. And Suvain Pharma. But again, volumes dry up pretty fast. Beyond the first 5-6 names, at least right now, volumes are looking a little low. So 130 points higher on the Nifty to begin this particular session.